At the cost of 500 billion, the Line City with glass boundaries and no roads, ultra-fast trains, flying taxis, robotic servants, and fresh water in the middle of the desert with zero carbon emissions. Welcome to Neom, the future city of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS.
نقدم لكم The Line.
Former Saudi oil minister Sheikh Zahi Yamani said, "The Stone Age came to an end not for the lack of stones, and the oil age will end, but not for the lack of oil." But this is not true. In 47 years, all of the crude oil will be used up. Some studies show that the oil reserve will be gone much sooner than 2052. At the moment, the Saudi king and his family are worth a total of $1.4 trillion. Even counting how many zeros are in trillion is hard for us. Let's make it simple. If you look at how much money some of the royal families have, the Saudi royal family comes out on top, ahead of the UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, and even the British royal family. The discovery of oil in 1938 significantly changed the Saudi Arab's destiny. Saudi Arab has the world's second largest oil reserves. At the moment, Saudi Arab is making 11 million barrels of oil per day and sending it to 85 different countries. Sadly, this is not going to continue for long. Well, they will survive, but how they will keep up with this lavish lifestyle? So as a result, the Saudi government is attempting to diversify the economy. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has already begun the process of reducing Saudi Arab's dependence on oil. To attract tourism outside the country, Saudi Arab is developing a tourist destination that will be more technologically advanced than Dubai. The story of Neom City starts when the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman announced the launch of Neom, the futuristic megacity, on the conference Future Investment Initiative in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia at 24th October 2017. This line city is part of Neom Project, which is a part of Saudi Vision 2030. Neom is being constructed in the Tabuk Province of Saudi Arabia. There will be the Gulf of Aqaba on one side and the Red Sea on the other side of this new city, whereas from its coast, Egyptian city Sharm el-Sheikh is only 5 km away, which is already a tourist hotspot. Both the leaders of the countries have plans to connect Neom and Sharm el-Sheikh with the bridge. This will help both the countries with tourism, and with this land connection, they will bypass Israel. The map proposed by the Saudi Arabian government is really interesting. The line city will be within a 4 hours flight of more than 40% of the world's population. A line city has numerous benefits and will serve as a role model for taking the world to the next level. The city will have 3 layers. On the ground level, there would be no roads and no vehicles. It will be greener and pedestrians would take a stroll. The second layer, termed as the service layer, will contain all the shops, offices, and malls. This will contain roads and vehicles. The third level of Neom will be the backbone of the city, because here ultra-high-speed transport system will be made, which will transport people from one part of this 170 km long city to the other in just 20 minutes. Because the entire city, its electrical system, transport system, industries, everything run on renewable energy. The city will pass through the coastline of the Red Sea, but majority of its portion will pass through 4,500 feet high mountains. And Saudi government has named this portion Trojana. No mountains will be damaged during construction. Instead, utilizing the beauty of this natural landscape, a vertical village, outdoor ski resort, mountain-to-mountain transport system, healthcare, and luxury entertainment centers will be made. Now let's see how much has been constructed in this project. Neom Bay is being built up in the first phase. In 2019, the brand new Neom Bay airport opened, which lets people fly directly from Riyadh, which is the capital city of Saudi Arabia. Luxurious royal palaces and suites have been built on a 100-acre area with private beaches, lush green lawns in the middle of the desert, a golf club, and 2 private islands. The entire area is called Neom Palace. Although Saudi rulers are very serious about this project, they also have to face a lot of challenges. So the question is how the fresh water will be collected, which is now being filtered from the sea water with the help of fossil fuel. As we all know that there are no freshwater river in Saudi Arabia, and also Saudi Arabia will be one of the 9 most water-stressed countries in the world by 2040. We also have questions like how they are going to operate electric appliances with 100% renewable energy for 1 billion people, and how they will be able to develop high-speed trains running underground utilizing green energy. So far, far, the country has relied on desalination plants, which use two well-known methods to remove salt from seawater. The first and the oldest method is to use heat to get rid of the salt. Reverse osmosis is a newer method that is more frequently used. Reverse osmosis has a bigger effect on the environment because it sends the high concentrated slurry, also called brine, that is left over back into the ocean. Being much heavier than seawater, hypersaline brine sinks to the bottom. When salt levels rises, oxygen levels drop, which hurts the marine ecosystem. The bad news is that the number of reverse osmosis desalination plants around the world has grown by a factor of 10 in the last 60 years. And guess who is in the lead? Yes, it's Saudi Arabia, which has 15% of the world's capacity. A new method will be developed to generate fresh water in Neom. The Neom developers are partnering with the UK-based Solar Water to develop the first ever solar dome to produce clean water out of the Red Sea. A very big dome made of glass is being prepared that will be filled with seawater. The dome's advanced thermal desalination methods taps into our concentrating solar power technology, CSP technology. With the help of solar mirrors, greenhouse effect will heat up the lower metallic kettle containing seawater. With the help of evaporation and distillation, the pure water will be extracted through pipe and will feed reservoirs and irrigation channels. The waste brine collected at the bottom of the dome will be reused for different applications like lithium batteries, grid for roads, fertilizers or detergents. The CEO of Neom water sector believes that with this technique, every day 50 million liters of fresh water can be produced. With the present day technologies of reverse osmosis and desalination, the cost is $1 per 1000 liters, and with a solar dome, cost will be dropped to 62%. That is, it will only cost 38 cents. Now let's take a look at the limitation with solar dome. The application of CSP technology for thermal desalination has never been demonstrated on a commercial scale yet. The first solar dome is currently being built and scheduled to be completed by the end of this year. It's going to serve as a test for industrial application worldwide. Solar water is quoting a very competitive price, and if we talk about the waste brine, solar water reuse plans have not been clearly defined. Their brine uses may have limits. This obviously raises doubts on the long-term reliability and economic feasibility of Neom's solar dome. Now let's talk about the energy sector. To meet the electricity demands of this future megacity, 100% renewable resources will be used. According to Saudi Arabia's location, it mostly remains warm and wind conditions remain better in hot regions. Air Products and Saudi-based ACWA Power will build the world's largest green hydrogen and green ammonia facility. They will build a 4 gigawatt hybrid system combining solar and wind power plus energy storage to power the city. They will also export surplus clean energy worldwide. This green ammonia or green hydrogen is very effective fuel. When normal fuel is burned, it produces gases that contributes to pollution. But green ammonia or green hydrogen is produced with 100% renewable energy. Therefore, no toxic gases are produced when it's burned. So with the help of wind turbines and solar panels, such plants will be set up which will convert the water and air into green ammonia through the electrochemical cells. Now let's talk about the limitations with green ammonia. Neom's energy ambitions are amazing. Ammonia production will continue to rely on a pollution, energy-intensive method. We also have questions regarding the capacity of this plant, as it will produce 4 gigawatts of energy. But will it be enough to meet the line's energy needs? The Saudis may have to build around 7 more in 10 years, predicted by the analysts, and that's excessive amount of plants. Also, the cheap energy storage methods will be needed. Lithium we know is not good for environment. Other storage solutions exist but at a cost. Now coming back to the most important question, that is the ultra high speed train which is going to be first used in Neom practically. The high speed trains will travel at a speed of 300 miles per hour and will reach from one end of the city to another within 20 minutes. The heavy magnets attached to the tracks will push or stop the train with the help of green electricity. Also, although the wheels will start rolling in the beginning, but after gaining a certain speed, the wheels will get 4 inches above the ground and it will float due to the magnetic force and run faster with the same power consumption. And it is the reason the city is designed in a straight line, so that the ultra high speed train doesn't have to slow down due to turns. Now let's talk about the limitations for supersonic trains. The quick answer for near supersonic train is highly unlikely. In 2016, one of Japanese maglev trains set a world record speed of 374 miles per hour, but that was merely a test. The first commercial scale railway between Tokyo and Osaka will cost $84 billion and it will be finished until 2017. And it is also expected that this timeline might be extended. The Neom's technologies sound very promising, but are they going to be ready and functional by 2030? Saudis are ambitious, perhaps too ambitious, yet compatible with urban sustainability. Lack of economic and technological details and tight technology development timetables obscure the Arab oasis. Experts say it's impossible to build a smart city by 2030. The city's construction doesn't matter. Widespread testing of these technologies could help the planet. Saudi Arabia is serious about its future and wants to attract Western visitors as seen by the Neom initiative. And we pray for Saudi Arabia.